can alleviate their suffering. We've sat here and talked about the opioid epidemic, its monstrosities, the way in which it is the gravest engineered humanitarian catastrophe to play out in this country's history. All of these are symptoms of profound spiritual affliction, which is destroying the core of what the United States has always been. The greatest attribute that Ibogane has is its ability to affirm the reality of our human divinity. We are not the result of a random accident of astrophysics and chemistry. We are the images of an eternal creator who put us here for a purpose, to be able to see and perceive the Creator's majesty as reflected most especially within us as individual human beings who have received the gift of love, of perception, of discernment, and the ability to connect to the majestic eternal love of that Creator. Ibogane delivers it. I can attest to the fact that it delivers it. My wife and I traveled to Tijuana a year ago. She had been on Celexa for 21 years to manage symptoms of a profound mood disorder, which manifested through psychotic mood swings that have affected her since the birth of her son. I have known her for 23 years, and when we decided, I'll back up to this. If I were going to be an advocate for this, I thought that it was necessary to take my own medicine. If I'm going to get out here and advocate for it, I need to be brave enough to man up and to receive it. And so the week after Thanksgiving of last year, by deliberate choice and at the invitation of Jonathan Dickinson and Trevor Miller, I traveled down to Tijuana along with my wife to receive Ibogane to understand what it would do. My wife decided that she wished to receive it as well. She is very much a left-brain rationalist and was not someone who came to the realm of psychedelics with any degree of enthusiasm, but she wanted to see if there was the potential that she could be freed of her necessity to take Celexa every day. Before we went down, I was told that she would have to be completely Celexa-free for 5 days, because if the SSRI was in her system, it would defeat Ibogane's therapeutic restoration. When they told me that, I was in despair, because I said there is no way that I will ever be able to get her to Mexico after 5 days without Celexa. In fact, if we go 1 day without her taking it, I can't be in the house with her. It is unbearable, it is dangerous, and it cannot happen. We will not be able to make it. They said, we're going to give you a regimen of supplementation to give her that will keep her stable. She's going to get edgy on you, but you'll get her down here. Joe, we went down there. We received it on Tuesday evening, November the 28th. My wife took her last Celexa on November 23rd of 2023, and she has not had one since. Before we came here, we went to Beyond, and we received Ibogane and 5-MeO-DMT there as well, in order to understand how each operation effectuates the safe delivery of this medication. And what I can personally attest, for me and for her, collectively and together, Ibogane paired with 5-MeO-DMT has been the most profound spiritual experience either of us have ever encountered. I am 100% persuaded that these substances are divine medications that are engineered from on high so that we can heal what we do to ourselves, what we do to each other, and be affirmed by the love of our Creator, which is eternal and almighty.
Amen. If you believe in God, you have to believe that if God created these things and people are aware of these things, that they're there for a purpose.
There is no greater gift we can give to our brothers and sisters in this society than to affirm the love of their Creator for them. If that had not been affirmed for me as a child, I would not be sitting here It is the single most important thing that we can do, and its therapeutic benefits upon the physiology of the human being is another affirmation of the realities that we're sitting here talking about.
For the people listening, is there anything that they can do to get involved to help?